Hi, my name is Claire Brown and I'm the Young Adult Services Coordinator here at Red Deer Public Library. And this month's DIY tutorial is a star sign or constellation embroidery. So stick around and I'll show you how I made it. So the supplies needed for this project is some black felt, a embroidery hoop, white thread, a needle, some kind of bead or gem, that is just preference, glue, which is not provided, and scissors, which are not provided. Our first step will be to set everything aside, and you want to take your embroidery hoop and put it in two pieces. So this piece just screws open and shut, so you have two pieces. The inner piece, which has nothing on it, and then the outer piece. Now we're going to take our black felt and lay it underneath like this. Laying it down, we want to have some resistance. And then you'll fit the piece over top. If it's not as snug as mine, just go ahead and tighten that up. But mine is pretty snug. So at this point you can cut around the hoop, but I'm going to leave it just in case I need a little bit more space. So next you have to decide which star sign you'd like. So you can do any constellation. I'm going to go ahead and do my star sign, which is Aquarius. If I were doing this not on camera, I would just freehand it from an image on my phone. You can just Google anything that you like and draw it in. If you use pencil, it should show up fairly well on this felt. Because I'm doing it on camera, I'm going to use a white paint pen just so that you can see my lines a little bit better. So once you're happy with your general design, you'll need to go ahead and get your embroidery thread and your needle. So let's go ahead and thread that needle. So once you've threaded your needle, you're not going to bring it all the way through. So you'll have a little short side and then a very, very, very long tail. If you decide that you don't want to have a long tail and just have multiple starts and stops, that's totally fine too. But there's my little tail. And I've done a little double knot just so it'll stop on the back side of the work so that I can pull it all the way through. Speaking of which, we are not going to come in from the front side. So we're going to come in from the back side. So this is going to take a little finessing. So we're going to want to find a good starting point. I'm going to start here on the end. I'm going to try to come up right through that little dot that I made for one of the stars. So we've come all the way up and through, and you'll come down fairly close beside, not too far. And then you'll come up and down, continuing throughout the entire length of this row. So let's do this row and then we'll have a look. As you can see here, my first row is done. It's not perfect, but that's okay. I'm just going to continue on my way and we'll see you on the other side. So I've decided that I want to add a little bit of pizzazz to my star sign. So what I'm going to do is, again, sort of look at my reference and plan out where I would like my gems to go. So I have all different types of little gems here, and I'm just going to sort of haphazardly decide what I think looks good. And then once I'm happy with that design, I will go ahead and start gluing them down. So once we're happy with that and that our beads or our gems are secured, we're going to go ahead and flip it over and tie off, just in a knot again, our thread. So once we've trimmed off the excess, you can see that our star sign or constellation embroidery is complete, ready to hang on a wall or to be a part of another larger collection. I hope you enjoyed this project, and we'll see you on the next one.